Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. So my camera's much clearer, so you can see me. Anyway, I'm here. There's been a lot of good transformational things going on. However, this equilibrium equinox that came up is definitely revealing some things. And of course, as I learned more about the whole balancing thing, I've already gone through some stuff, but in the most recent past, I think it's been this last 2 weeks, or probably like maybe 3 weeks. Not for sure of what the energy is. Of course, I listen to reports about energy to see what's happening, and of course, evaluate my own life. I haven't been on for a little bit because lately for me, it's been like it's been spontaneous. And of course, I'm going to continue on doing my videos, but I can't put a time frame on when they come out, only because I feel like they need to be spontaneous. And when you're processing and you're going through your experience, sometimes you just don't want to even talk about it. You just want to experience it so you can process through it. So today I cried. Today I cried. I think I think and feel that it was residue from my upbringing with my mother. And I was having a conversation with a coworker, and I don't even want to just call it a coworker, a spiritual sister, because everybody's on their own particular spiritual path. Whether you think you are or not, it doesn't matter. You're on a spiritual path, because when it's like, if you've come into this earthly realm, you're going to be on a spiritual path. You can deny it or whatever. It is what it is. And even though you might be at a certain range or level, whatever, you still have to go through your healing. And so for me, I feel that is very humbling to have an experience where I am having to be vulnerable or humble myself with my own issues that I've had in the past. So today, I'm just going to give you a nutshell. My mom used to have a very short, how can I say, she was not very patient. And I know that with children, it's kind of like when you become an adult. It's like, if you look at children and you see the joy and the happiness and the experience that they have and the freedom that they have, and when you become an adult, it's like you kind of lose that. But somewhere in there, parents who become adults have very low tolerance for children, and it's possibly because they got that same thing, and they just learned it, and then they pass it on, and then that passes on, and then that passes on, and then that passes on, and then you have people, and quite honestly, it just makes me want to cry, because I don't think that we are supposed to have experiences that are so painful, where you have family members who, have brought you into this world, and they love you, but because of their past experience, they have lack of patience. And so what I encountered today was something that had to come up for me, and I know it's been there. Like, I have a temper, but my temper, it's like I want certain things done right. And I feel like it is a residue for certain things. And those certain things that, it's like, it's supposed to look like this, and it's supposed to look like that. So part of this comes through programming that we've received. So it's kind of like your parents and your loved ones or people who are around you who either have low patience or snap at you. I mean, this is my own creation. And so, of course, through mastering myself, I have to be aware and attentive and knowing that there are things in me that are necessary to heal and I want to heal them. And so I had an experience where I was confronted, and this is not the first time I've been confronted with it. Um, but I'm so grateful that I had someone to actually break through a revelation for me, that there was still some residue of my mom's lack of patience. And so, and what I mean lack of patience is that when I was growing up, my mom would, she would yell at me. It's not that she didn't love me, because I know my mother loves me. But for some strange reason, and it's not even a strange reason, I believe that that was passed on to her. And so I see that, and I don't take, I don't harbor any ill will, anger, frustration, no, nothing against my mother. She is a beautiful person, and I love her so much. I do. And, as I got older as an adult, I actually had to address that with her. I had to speak to her because as an adult, she tried to do that again. And I had to nip it in the bud and say, no, you don't talk to me like that. And so even though you can tell that person that you dealt with, your parent, don't talk to me like that. And you don't have to be disrespectful about it. I was very calm and kind and patient with my mother when I did have to address her. But when you do it, it's like, okay. And you're confronted with it by somebody else, and somebody else is saying, don't talk to me like that. And then it's kind of like, do you get what's going on? And so it's helped me, and I feel good. I really feel good about my experience. It's like, that's not a place that I want to be in. It's a very, it's good that I feel like I was humbled today. I cried and I asked that person for a hug, and I loved on them and they loved on me while I shed tears. And it's good. I'm grateful because when you have stuff in your life, past stuff, it's got to come out. That's the only way that it can heal. And you got to love yourself through it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm loving myself. I'm loving myself through my tears. Oh, oh. But it's good. It's good stuff. So, when you have those particular things that it's like, that you want to process through, but you just don't know, like I said, triggers come up. However, this processing, the experience that I ended up having with this person, and I'm not going to give any names, or I'm not going to give even the gender. I'm not going to give the gender, only because it's not important. What's important is that that person has been the only other person to say something to me. I'm a very strong person. I have a very strong personality. Like most people, I think, when you get to a place where you're comfortable enough to yourself to speak your truth, because it's okay for you to express yourself. It's good. You got to get it out. However, there's a way that needs to be, that you need to talk about your things and express yourself. And sometimes if you're triggered by certain things, then you bring them out, and it doesn't always look, it's not pretty. It's just not wrapped up in this beautiful gift, even though it is a gift. Even though you're being given a gift, and even though you're saying, this doesn't look so pretty. I don't think I want that. Shit, I don't want that crap. I don't want that. You can take that back. I don't want it. But it's yours. It's your crap. It's your shit. So I had shit today that I exposed and expressed. What did I say? At the beginning, I said the good, the bad, and the good and the not so good, the bad, the ugly. The good, bad, and the ugly. It's got to come out. It's like, bring it up and let it heal. So I send beautiful healing violet flame light and emerald green light over the experience and over myself and over the person. And I'm grateful that I chose them before I ever came and said, at this time, you are going to say this particular thing, and it's either going to trigger me or I'm going to get to a place where I can walk into my highest sovereign self. Now, both situations, the first time something happened, I stepped into my highest sovereign self. Like, I watched it happen because I'm the objective observer. I can watch while stuff is happening. And I want to resolve it because I don't care for conflict. It's not, to me, it's not necessary, but it does happen in our lives. And so we've allowed certain people into our lives to allow that conflict to arise so we can heal it. And I'm glad that I can be love, because that's what actually came out. There was love, and I felt love. I felt love from the person. We were able to communicate with each other. Yeah. And it's out. And I know where it stemmed from. So now I can move towards more of the healing process to it. And even though I knew where it came from, it's just that I hadn't had another person on another end. It's kind of like the only thing that I can speak about. Okay, to me, it's like this. It's like, I think I was waiting to push somebody's button so far until I could get that. It's kind of like, I can just really feel it. I'm just being honest here. It's like I wanted to push somebody's button so far so they could burst up, and it wanted to come out. I know that sounds funny, but that's the only thing I can feel it right now. It's like I wanted to push someone's trigger button so much to help myself heal. I'm telling you, this is this is odd, but at the same time it's not. It's kind of like I know but I don't know. It's really weird, but it's good stuff. Like I really wanted to push his button to the place. And quite honestly, it's funny because when I walked in to the office, Spirit said, don't say anything. Don't say anything. And I didn't say anything. I was quiet. I didn't say anything. And that person, their trigger, they were like, wow. And I was like, what? And then there was more trigger. And so there was more trigger on their end. And it was just funny. But the good thing about it is I and them are such kind, loving, caring people and sensitive people that it can easily be resolved. Like the experience can easily be resolved. And it was easily resolved. However, it's still, you have to process through communication. And so communication is a very important aspect of relationships. And so, yes, relationships. So I think that is, I heard that that's something that's coming up for, people in this time frame, relationships. A lot of people dealing with relationships. That's true. Somebody else called me yesterday about their relationship, and I talked to them about the relationship. So relationships are coming up. Communication is important for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. And we're constantly communicating with each other. Now, whether you're good at communicating, whether you're not good at communicating, it's coming up. It's coming up. Like communication, big time, is freaking coming up. Like knowing how to communicate, feeling it out, and also going deeper inside of yourself to master and manage yourself. Even if you don't know that you are choosing to be a master of yourself, it's going to happen anyway. It's just inevitable for everybody because there are people that you've chosen to be on your path to assist you in bringing those things that have been hidden in places. And even if you said, oh, you know what, I thought I dealt with it, but I kind of swept it over there. But at the same time, it's kind of like it's lingering, and I know it's there. I know it's there. And I just said, you know what, I'm probably going to need some help with this one. So I'm going to choose somebody that's going to help me with it, and it's not going to seem so pretty, and it's not going to seem so great. Let's get some help on this one. So, and that's exactly what I probably did. So this is an impromptu video, not very extreme or long. I just wanted to share. I wanted to share my tears. And so I'm healing, and I'm so grateful. So so thank you for listening, and I wish you the best on your expansive mastery for yourself. And I love you, and love yourself through it. And again, be kind and soft and cuddly and sweet and loving. Anyway, um, yeah, it's good stuff. And again, like I said, even after it happened, I said again, I'm grateful for it. I can't be anything but grateful for it because it's helping me be better. It's helping me be better. It's helping me be a better, loving, kind, gentle, wonderful, amazing person. So yeah, bring it on. However, with ease and grace. I only want it done with ease and grace. And you can choose to say that. It's like, if you want your stuff to process through and you want to master through all, some emotional stuff that you've had in your past or your experiences, you can do it with ease and grace. So ask for ease and grace, because if you don't, and quite honestly, my experiences have been with ease and grace. I have to say, they have been with ease and grace. It's a rarity that I have some explosive, cuckoo, crazy things in my life, because I don't. I don't, and I don't. But I'm grateful for every experience that I've had thus far. So anyway, again, like I said, be loving to yourself. Be loving to yourself. Be loving and kind to you. You. You're your own best friend. You have your best interests in mind. And so love yourself through it all. And forgive yourself through it all. Be conscious of yourself through it all. And tell yourself the truth through it all. And be humble to yourself through it all. Now, you can do anything you want, but these are just recommendations that I'm giving to you. So take care of yourself. Be loving. Mwah, I love you. Take care. Bye.